Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, it does not cost you anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we have a 5 of Pentacles. Things in your life are changing. I feel like there's a lot kind of going on around you. It feels like the world is starting to change kind of without you, right? Like, I don't know if this is money, this is career, this is people moving in and out of your life. Things are happening. It just feels like there's a lot that's changing, and it kind of feels like we don't have a lot of control over it right now. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on with this. The 5 of Pentacles is a good card. It shows movement, right? Things are happening, so that can be a very good thing. But as this card kind of shows, sometimes it can be a little daunting. Sometimes it can be a little bit scary, right? When everything is happening around us and we don't feel that we have a whole heck of a lot of control. Let's see what else we've got. Yeah, see, we got a 4. We got a 4 of Pentacles. So there is stability, there's change, and then things stabilize. And there's change, and then things stabilize. Maybe the changes that are going on around you are actually for a very good reason. Maybe these changes are leading to more stability in your life. Okay? See what else we've got. Well, we've got a Knight of Wands, fire on fire. We got the Star card, interesting. A 7 of Wands and a 7 of Pentacles. It is, to me, it does feel like we want to have some sort of control over something, but we don't. You know, this is change that is happening that we really can't do much about it. We can fight and fight and fight. We can try to assert some sort of dominance over this process, but things are changing there is literally nothing we can do. All we can do is try to find the silver lining in a way, right? Try to find the star, the hidden starlight in all of this. And it may feel right now that things are kind of changing for the worse, right? But let's continue. We got a 4. Things will stabilize. There will be a lot of the changes that are taking place will kind of settle. Okay. The Tower, again, this kind of feeling of a lot of things going on around you and we don't have much control over it. But I feel like the Tower is kind of hinting at the magic that this really is facilitating. You know, it may seem like there's just nothing in front of us, that this is just a lot of change and nothing good is going to come from it. What we don't realize is that these are seeds here that are planted, and these seeds will sprout. Something is blossoming here. But first we have to, you know, just like in agriculture, first you got to till the soil before the seeds can be planted and before they can grow, right? And there is the High Priestess, and finally the 2 of Pentacles, and that card is literally called change, right? So I think that's the name of the game right now, is a lot of change going on. I'm getting a connection with South Africa for you. I don't know if you're from there, you know somebody there, or there's a connection there for you, okay? And it could be that there is some travel here. It could be even that we are being moved by the universe. Okay, there's really not a lot that we can do right now except to try to understand what the purpose is of this, right? What is this? You've got the Star and the High Priestess. These are 2 very important cards. And the Tower card. These are our 3 major arcana energies. Okay? The sense of fate, destiny, the intuition, the kind of secret messages from the universe. we have to try to decipher these messages. What is all of this about? What is being revealed to us? The environment around us is changing in such a dramatic fashion. What is it showing us? What is Spirit trying to tell us? Okay. Maybe that we have to get on board with this change and try to trust in what's going on. And really, even more than trust, I think a lot of this is accepting those things that we can't change, finding a way to benefit from them. Right? If I have no control over what's going on, how can I at least make this an okay thing? You know? And how can we achieve some relative stability in the midst of all this chaos? But then how also can we understand that the chaos itself, that all of the change itself is what is keeping keeping the universe in a stable state, keeping our lives in a stable state. This is a necessary change. All right. Let's select the mystery card. This is the bonus card, confirmation card. It is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we're just going to set it down right over here. We're going to put our very own Kelly Kapoor right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but, you know, it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. All right, let's do it together as an exercise in intuition. Okay. So sometimes what we see is the Four of Pentacles here. This is something that we're clinging to. This is the state of our lives that we feel comfortable in. We don't want this to change. Okay? This might not be the very best thing for us, but the future seems kind of uncertain. It seems kind of dark. So we really want to stay here, but this is isolating. This is the tower itself that we are building around ourselves when we resist any kind of change. And I kind of feel like it's almost like you're miserable right here, but you don't want to go anywhere. You know, thinking it's going to be worse if I leave. It's going to be worse if I go. It's going to be worse if all these changes happen. Well, I think, for one thing, the universe is not giving you much of a choice here. Things are changing that you can't really prevent. Okay? So the best thing to do, like the Seven of Pentacles is showing, is to try to find the hidden blessings here. What is all of this change leading you toward? It could be that we've, our work situation has been changing. And that seems like a pretty disruptive thing, right? Something that we thought was stable. We don't like our job, but it's here, it's routine, it's stable, there's some security, it's familiar. And now all that's changing. Well, maybe this is a good change. Maybe this is a change that's going to lead you to bigger and better things that we haven't foreseen. Okay? Opening up opportunities for you, right? Now, we said we had these major arcana cards, the Star. The Star, and the Star is in the past. I think at one time you had a very specific dream for your life. I think that you've had a connection with this sense of destiny for a long time. And for a while, you were really following your path. I think that you have a very deep kind of spiritual life. I think that you have a very strong connection with Spirit. But I think we got stuck in this Four of Pentacles. We got stuck in this kind of routine. This is just the machinery of life, and we just got stuck here. And it's kind of a safe place, right? It's a way of being that has familiarity. It's sort of comfortable. It's sort of secure, right? At least it's stable, something relatively solid. And so I think we started to get further away from our star, further away from this sense of destiny. And I almost feel in the future it's just like, well, that's just not meant for me anymore. We see the star. To me, the star feels like that really deep yearning aspiration that you had for that spiritual life, for the spiritual attainment, for union, spiritual union, for whatever, your dream job, your dream relationship, whatever it is. I feel like we've been here so long that we're starting to kind of accept this idea, I think it's a false idea, that this dream, this aspiration just wasn't meant for us. This wasn't really my fate. Maybe this was a childhood dream. Maybe this was a fantasy. It's not meant to come to fruition. Well, I think that's nonsense. And I think it's nonsense because we've got this Five of Pentacles, which is really shaking up your life as it is right now. This Four of Pentacles that we thought we had, and we want to go back to that. So it's kind of like we're fighting against the change. We've got fire on either side here. Especially the Seven of Wands. You have this desire to fix the problem. You want to, this stuff that's changing so much, all this stuff that's going on in your life, you want to stop it. You want to nail everything back down to the floor, so it can't move. That's a very noble effort, but it's a fight you're not going to win, right? Because this is not a situation that you really have any control over. The boss decided, the company, the bank, whatever, it's nothing you could have done, right? And so in this energy here, we're kind of banging our head against a wall, thinking that we're going to prevent something from leaving or moving or changing, okay? And then to ask you to just wait and just be patient doesn't help either, because we've got this Knight of Wands. This is fire on fire. This is feeling that if we try to force ourselves to be patient and do nothing, it makes the feeling worse, that we feel even more frantic and hectic and rushed. And like there's this urgency, Also, who's playing the piano? Somebody's got, either you play the piano or someone in your family, someone in your house or something is a piano player, right? Spirit's showing me someone playing the piano. Yeah. The Seven of Pentacles is really the difficult thing here, because we can't see what it really is. It looks dark, right? It's shadowed. There's a shadow over the future here. And we can't see why everything has to happen this way. All we're really perceiving is the chaos around us. When there's so much chaos around us, it's kind of like when you are you're on the wrong side of a big bright light, then you can't really see what's right in front of you, because just, I don't know, the shadows and stuff. So there's so much of this really bright chaos, blindingly attention-grabbing chaos around you, that we can't see what the point of it all is. We can't see what's really happening here. And what I think this is, I think Spirit is preparing you for the absolute very best life. Okay? And this, to me, feels like that final the final struggle of acceptance. It's kind of like things really have to be torn down before they can be built back up in this spiritual way. See, the Two of Pentacles is change as well, but it's change that you are, if you're not directly involved, you're riding the snake here. That you're in harmony with this, that you're flowing with it. You're not resisting it, you're not fighting against it, you're not trying to nail things down as they're flying out the door. And maybe you're not going to see what the future is supposed to be until later, right? Until after the fire dies down and your eyes can adjust to the light, right? This is so blinding right now that we can't see the purpose of it all. We can't see what's kind of coming after all of this change. Now let's talk more about the path of the serpent. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Doesn't cost you anything, and it helps out the channel, and I do appreciate that. Okay, the four of Wands is the way that we should be looking at anything in our life as subject to change. This is, we see the Four of Pentacles in this nice square pattern, and it seems very solid, right? Like this is not going to move. The fours in general will move. They will change. The five, it's the next number, right? So with the Four of Wands, it reminds us that any sense of stability that we have, any state of mind, state of being, any place we're in is subject to change. Everything is temporary. Everything. Okay? Nothing is permanent here. So when we realize that if things are changing around me and it's nothing that I've done wrong and there's nothing you can do to fix it, this isn't like a challenge to say, hey, here's a problem, can you fix it? This is something that we are just being asked to accept. Okay? Which means it is something out of your control. This is something that is inevitable, and this means that whatever situation you're in that is changing has run its course. Yeah, has run its course. And there's closure here. And there's the need to kind of stop trying to fight this change and do what we can do, I guess, to mitigate the damage, to preserve what we can, or to respond to the situation in a way that gives us a little bit of peace and a little bit of closure so that this tower doesn't really disrupt, and maybe disrupting our lives in the environment. See, the tower's in the position of the environment. It's disrupting our environment, sure, but it doesn't have to disrupt who we are and how we feel and what we believe. What it's doing, really, is shaking down this scaffolding, all these bricks that you've built up around yourself, and it's trying to reveal your star to you again. Because I feel like this aspiration was here, but we just kind of piled some bricks on top of it. Well, I think Spirit's trying to let this star out. And this is your sense of destiny. This is your aspiration. This is the spiritual path that you were once on. And Spirit's telling you got to get back to this. Okay? Because this is what you're meant to do. And I don't know the details. I don't know exactly what you're meant to do, other than you are meant to have this spiritual aspiration. You are meant to follow your star. Okay? And I think we got busy with life, with the practical, kind of more mundane aspects of life that we didn't realize that we were slowly stacking bricks on top of that star until it just kind of wasn't an influence anymore, right? But now things are really getting shaken up, and I think it's a message from Spirit. Okay? And this is the High Priestess. This is the full moon. This is really saying that the reality of things will be revealed to you. But it's kind of a revelation that we are not looking forward to. This card's in the position of the obstacle, right? The challenge. And the challenge is for you to really hear the message and accept what's going on. Yeah. And to realize that in a lot of ways there's nothing for you to do but lean into it. Accept the things that are changing and try to find the advantage. Try to find the silver lining, right? Silver, moon, High Priestess. Try to find the blessing in all of this. And if anything, the blessing is the rediscovery of your star, of your aspiration. Yeah. It's almost that we've been living in illusion, kind of. We've been stuck in this kind of tower thinking that that was life, that was everything there is, or everything that was meant for you. Kind of accepting that this Four of Pentacles, that's our fate. Spirit's saying no. Mm-mm. Spirit's showing you that there is a light kind of at the end of this tunnel, right? Going from dark to light. What seems like a kind of a certain dim future. No, there's light that's being shined on this to reveal what your true destiny is. But you've got to be willing to lean into all of this change, a lot of chaos around you, and I don't know what the details are here. Okay? Also, someone close to you had a skin cancer thing recently, right? I think it was and maybe it was you, but they had to get something on their face. There was like a biopsy. It came back negative, but it was like a kind of a wake-up call, right? Yeah. This is your wake-up call. And I don't know what these details are. It could be a lot of different things in different areas of your life. Suddenly everything's kind of just in an uproar, right? Everything's just being shaken up in all different aspects of your life. Let's take a look at the mystery card. Yeah. Well, before we do the mystery card, I want to do one of these Language of Flowers oracle cards. I think this is a very good time for one of these. There we go. And health, the peony. Focus on all parts to make the whole. Health. Health, yeah. I wonder if that is the kind of part of the issue, is what I said with the skin cancer thing, right? The health scare. Focus on all parts. We want wholeness, right? We want all parts. We need to focus on all these different aspects of our life. And because I do think that there's a lot of things that are changing now. You know, the job thing, find the personal stuff, health stuff. There's like everything at once is kind of being just tossed around. Yeah. And maybe that's what really needs to happen. A lot of these changes need to take place so that we can reach a level of stability and wholeness. We think this is stability here, but this is like we just kind of got it duct taped together here. Okay. Let's look at this mystery card. If you have an idea what this is, put your prediction down in the comments. I almost feel like you literally have something taped together. Yeah. I don't know what you literally have something that's held together like with tape. I want to see some water energy. I really want a 10 of Cups here. I really do. Let's see. Oh, well, we've got an Emperor. Okay. The Emperor is really, that's the boss, right? This is maintaining your own internal stability, confidence, right? This is you accepting the things that you cannot change while trying to influence those things that you can change with confidence and power, with assertiveness. This is a fortitude. This is the ability to suffer blows and maintain your integrity. Yeah. The Emperor is not somebody that gets blown around by change and gets knocked around and gets defeated by all of this. And if you stand up tall, this is you getting through this situation and getting to your best life. That's the promise of the High Priestess. The promise that this change, you don't understand why it has to be this way, but Spirit is promising you that this is a change leading to a better situation. That this is the soil that has to be tilled first in order to grow that best life. So I feel like this is the promise of something beyond belief, but we have to let these things go. We have to let these changes happen if we're going to get to that better position. If our life is going to change for the better, we have to allow the change to happen. Yeah. We're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around for that, there's a link at the end of the video. There's one down in the video description, and there's one maybe in the corner here. I don't know. New readings for Cancer every Tuesday and Friday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. I'm here every day. Just come on back. See me again tomorrow. Okay. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.